Hey everybody, this is GGB getting into this third quarter of action for the Pac-12 football team playing the FCS Division II, Division III Packers. And if the Pack can actually, do stuff on offense instead of going backwards 20 yards or throwing interceptions like they've been known to do, they've had two very solid drives where they've looked amazing so far today. But then they've had many other drives where they either go super far backwards with a whole bunch of sacks, they fumble the ball, they'll throw interceptions, and if you could cut down on the mistakes, this could be a very close football game right now. But instead, you're going to have to come back if you're the Pack, and you get a touchdown here would go a long way towards that. You're down by 19 points, and it'll be an interesting choice if you do get a touchdown, whether you go for two and try to make it an 11-point game, which it's an interesting dilemma. Do you go for two twice and try to make it a 3-point game, or just take the extra point and make it 12-point game? It's an interesting argument, and it's gonna be an interesting second half if the Pack can actually do things on offense. We'll see. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. Austin Eckler lined up beside him. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Eventually is pressured. He fires it underneath. It's going to be caught by Austin Eckler. Only for about a 2-yard gain on that play, though. 2nd and 8, coverage by, I believe, Eric Kendricks on that play. Brings up... This is an important drive. This is a very, very important drive for the FCS Division II, Division III Pack. If you don't get a touchdown on this drive, it's looking rough for you. Chances of winning this game. Shotgun for Jimmy Garoppolo. Receiver spread out, 4-man rush. He has some time here. Eventually is pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Cam Jordan off the edge, gets his second sack of the ball game. Brings up a 3rd and 18. Big sack by the football team. Makes it 3rd and 18. Cam Jordan, credit where credit's due, gets the sack, but just Jimmy Garoppolo had hours in the pocket. The offensive line provides him a lot of time. Cam Jordan does eventually get the sack, but it's not before Jimmy Garoppolo had a lot of time to either scramble or try and do something on that play. But instead, he just stands there in the pocket, takes the sack, and 3rd and 18 definitely seems like the Pac-12 could be getting this football back immediately with the team going backwards 8 yards. Empty set here for Jimmy Garoppolo, 4-man rush. He has time here once again, and he's going to fire it. It's going to be caught by Tyreek Hill, but it's going to be well short of the first down. Only picked up 10 yards on the play. Still going to be a 4th and 8. Tackle by Eric Kendricks made. They're going to have to punt this ball directly back to the Pac-12 offense that is yet to punt or throw an interception or fumble the ball. The worst drive they've had is the one before halftime where they missed the 57-yard field goal, but even then it didn't affect them all too negatively because it didn't give the FCS Division II, Division III offense any good field position. Jordan Berry out to punt this one away. The punt is off. It's going to land at about the 30-yard line, returnable by CMC, and he's going to be tackled about the 36. So it's about a 6-yard return on that one. And back onto the field comes Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has been doing phenomenally well, obviously, with this offense. The defensive line has 1 sack on him so far in this game, and it really hasn't seemed like anything that the defensive line does can get much of pressure on him at all. So, 19-point game. Can they extend that to possibly a 26-point game here, maybe even a 22-point game? And that'd be pretty heartbreaking for the FCS Division II, Division III Pack. 13.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter of action. Trips to the top of the set. Empty set for Aaron Rodgers. Looks like probably a 4-man rush by the Pack. They bring a 5th man on the blitz, but he's able to get it out to CMC for a gain of about 6 there. Brings up a 2nd and 4. Already at around midfield. And it just seems like the Pac-12 is the much better football team here today. And it's disappointing to say for the FCS Division II, Division III, but Jimmy G is just not the quarterback for you. Shotgun is Aaron Rodgers. Trips to the bottom of the set. They bring a 4-man rush. He fires quickly. It's going to be inaccurate and incomplete, trying to get it to Rob Gronkowski. And a chance for actually the first stop of the game, chance for the first punt of the game here if the Pack can actually get a stop on 3rd and 4 from the 42-yard line. And, man, this could be a pretty significant stop here if the Pack can get their first stop of the game. Shotgun here for Aaron Rodgers. It's probably a 4-man rush by the Pack. They do bring that 4-man rush. He has some time here. Eventually fires it. That's going to be complete to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks gets it past midfield to the 47-yard line and obviously picks up the first down. And all three of these receivers have been very productive today, whether it's Brandon Cooks or Robert Woods or Keenan Allen. All three of these receivers have been getting open consistently and making consistent catches. Obviously, Brandon Cooks does a slant there. No one really covers him. Brings up a 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. They bring a 2 tight end set out here. Keenan Allen and Brandon Cooks on the football field. Under center here is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to go hand off to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to push his way for an 8-yard gain. Something that looked like it was going nowhere. Ends up picking 8 yards up out of it. So, good play there by CMC. And it's just, the defense is crumbling after spending so long on this football field. There's really nothing else you can say. The defense, you got to feel bad for them. They've been on this football field for the majority of this football game. 2nd and 2 coming out under center here is Aaron Rodgers. They're actually going to pass here. 3-man rush. He has some time. Scrambles back in the pocket. Does a little spin move. He fires on the run deep. That's going to be incomplete, trying to get the ball to Keenan Allen. Unfortunately for him, it's incomplete. 3rd and 2 coming up. This could be a chance for a big stop here. A 54-yarder is likely out of Nick Folk field goal range if you're Jimmy G and if you're the Pack defense. 3rd and 2 from 39-yard line. They bring their fullback Austin Hooper on at the field. Under center is Aaron Rodgers. Take the snap, hand off to Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey pushes his way. He's going to be short of that first down marker, I think. It's going to be a 4th and inches. An interesting decision here. Do you go for the long field goal, go for the 52-yard field goal with Nick Folk, or do you just go for it? Personally, I think I just go for it. I've shown enough ability at the line of scrimmage to be able to push the defensive line backwards, and I think I can pick up a couple inches here. And I don't really have faith enough in Nick Folk to make this kick after he barely made a 49-yarder, and this is a little bit longer than that. So we'll see. Actually going to go for it here. They bring 3 tight ends out. They bring Christian McCaffrey onto the football field. Under center here is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to hand off to Christian McCaffrey, and he's going to pick up this first down and a little bit more. It's a 34-yard line, 3 yards on the play, and it's a big first down. If you're Aaron Rodgers in this offense, keeps the drive alive. And right now, you're at about the distance that you could have faith in Nick Folk can kick this ball. 34 yards, that's a 49-yard field goal, and you can get closer here. Under center here is Aaron Rodgers. Christian McCaffrey landed directly around. Hand off to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get stuffed for only about no yard gain on that one. Brings up a 2nd and 10. And Luakon, again in there with the tackle. Luakon has been really the only player, I would say, for the FCS Division 3 Pack that's been playing pretty well here today. The defense has been playing solidly enough, though. Trips to the bottom of the set. Shotgun here for Aaron Rodgers. Looks like possibly a 5-man rush, but I bet one guy drops out. They do. 3-man rush, actually. Fires it. That's going to be intercepted by the Pack. Big turnover there. He's going to bring it out to the 37-yard line. And Luakon makes a big play there. A little bit off by Aaron Rodgers, and Luakon takes advantage of it. And that's a big play there by the Packers. Like, Brandon Cooks is open there, and a little bit off caused it to go into the hands of Luakon. And back onto the field gives Jimmy Garoppolo another chance to make this a 2-possession ball game. First drive didn't result in a field goal or a touchdown for the Pac-12 outside of the one right before half. But the defense gives you an excellent opportunity here to actually do something. 37-yard line, can you actually do anything with it? Is Jimmy Garoppolo and the Pack. Shotgun here. Eckler lined up beside him. Looks like probably a 3-man rush if they don't bring an extra man. They don't. 3-man rush. So Jimmy G's going to have plenty of time here. Eventually pressured, though, and he's going to fumble the football. Picked up by his offensive lineman. He's going to run it to the 33-yard line. So only a loss of 4 on that play. It could have been a lot worse there. But Eric Armstead credit with that sack there. Brings up a 2nd and 14. And it's just, if you're Jimmy G, you have to get the ball out faster than that, man. I understand you have a 3-man rush, and honestly probably should have held up a little bit longer than that. Heads-up play, though, by I believe, Mailata. No, maybe, yeah, Mailata to pick it up and cause an 8-yard, possibly 9-yard loss and turn that into only a 4-yard loss. Instead of being 2nd and 19 or 2nd and 20 or 2nd and 18, 2nd and 14 is a big difference. Shotgun here once again by Jimmy Garoppolo. Receivers spread out across the formation. One tight end set. Takes the snap. Fires quickly. That was almost intercepted by Eric Kendricks. And it's going to be 3rd and long once again for Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense. Weird read by Jimmy Garoppolo to try. It looks like one of those plays where you hit A too quickly, you know, when you're playing Madden, and you keep hitting A to snap the ball, and instead you just throw it to A immediately. But big 3rd and 14 here for Jimmy G. Take a snap, 4-man rush, pressured. He fires quickly underneath to Cooper Kupp, and that's going to be enough to get him back to the not even close to the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 12 coming up, and you're going to have to punt this ball back away if you're Jordan Berry. And your defense, despite getting a big interception by Aluakon, the offense does nothing with it. And I don't know if this is more a testament to the incompetence of the FCS Division II, Division III Pac offense, or the just absolute greatness of this Pac-12 defense. We're gonna probably see next week in the SEC Giants game. This is gonna really not be turnable by CMC at the 20-yard line. So great punt there by Jordan Berry. Kind of flips the field. At the very least, the interception does give you some field position and stops them from scoring on that drive. But if you're the FCS Division III Pac, you gotta, your offense has to do something with that great interception that you just had, and they really decided to do nothing with it. They squander an excellent opportunity to put points on the board. And if you're the defense, you have to keep playing well in hopes that your offense eventually gains competency. 2 tight ends set, shotgun for Aaron Rodgers. CMC lineup beside him. He's going to hand off to Christian McCaffrey. He has the edge. He has a lot of running room. Makes a juke move, and he's going to get an 8-yard gain on that play. Brings up a 2nd and 2 coming up. CMC has been able to get some runs to the outside going here today. Runs up the middle, not so much, but runs to the outside have actually been pretty effective for this football team. Under center here once again, 2 tight ends set is Aaron Rodgers. Takes the snap, play action to Christian McCaffrey, pressured off the edge. That's going to be a sack. 2nd sack of the ball game, and first for Matthew Judon. Big play by Matthew Judon to get in there and get the sack, and that was a pretty crucial one. Makes a 2nd and 2, a 3rd and 10, and a chance to get to force the first punt of the ball game is the Pack. 3rd and 10. What do? You probably bring your pass rushers out there. Again, Matthew Judon is one of your better pass rushers. Just have yet to get able to get off Tyron Smith or Teron Armstead, depending on who he's facing on a certain play. 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Chance to get a big stop here if you're the Pack. Shotgun here is Aaron Rodgers. CMC lineup beside him. They bring a 4-man rush. He has some time here. He fires it underneath to Brandon Cooks, and he's going to get tackled about 2 yards short of that first down marker. Big tackle made there by, I believe, Kenny Moore. Actually, I'm sorry, James Bradbury makes that tackle. 7th catch of the ball game for 54 yards is Brandon Cooks, but they're going to force a punt here. First punt of the ball game, Johnny Hecker's actually going to see the field. Not something that has happened so far this game. Jimmy Garoppolo talking to his offense, and honestly, he should be talking to himself. He has been playing so incredibly poorly this game. I understand the talking to Tyreek Hill, honestly. Tyreek Hill needs to be reprimanded by how horribly he has really played today. But 4th and 2, chance at a return here. Chance at good field position. Johnny Hecker out here to punt for the first time in the ballgame. Kick is off by Johnny Hecker. It's going to land about the 40-yard line. So pretty good field position for the Pack, but this is around where they got it last time, and they really squandered that. Jimmy Garoppolo takes back the field. Really not having the greatest stats in the world. He's not had a good game here today, but somehow, some way, they're only down by 19 here. I know that sounds like a lot, but still a 3-possession ball game, and a touchdown here would make it 2. But I've been saying that the past 2 possessions. Your offense actually needs to do something going. Your defense has actually done 2 back-to-back good drives with the interception and then the forced punt. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. Eckler lined up beside him. He takes the snap. Four-man rush. He fires over the middle. Caught by Cooper Kupp. He's going to end up getting it to midfield. 12-yard gain on that play. And you just get the ball to Cooper Kupp. It doesn't seem that hard of a concept.
But yeah, they're on a drive here. They kind of... Obviously, they need a touchdown on this possession. But if they get a touchdown, it's a 12-point game all of a sudden. If they don't go for two. If they do go for two, it could be an 11-point game, which would be kind of interesting heading here down the stretch. An 11-point game is pretty close. And considering how dominant it looked earlier, the Pac-12 was, their offense has not been doing so great so far. Obviously, the pick and the punt is big. Shotgun here, empty set for Jimmy Garoppolo. He takes a snap. He has plenty of time in the pocket. He fires underneath. It's going to be caught by Adam Thielen. He's going to stretch his way, but it's going to end up being only a gain of 1 yard. So, yeah, Adam Thielen, you'd think he'd be a little bit more involved here. Like, Adam Thielen's a really good player. But, yeah, like, right now they're on a drive, and if this results in a touchdown, then suddenly we have a close game. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. Takes a snap, handoff's actually to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler fights his way to the 44. He rolls for an extra yard. That's going to make it 3rd and 3. It's pretty good. 3rd and 3 coming up. There's a lot of choices to do here. I'd probably go slant to Cooper Kupp here, but a curl route, I'd probably go stick, honestly. Curl route to Goddard would be pretty good. Goddard doesn't look like he'd be in the formation. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. He takes the snap. Former rush, he fires underneath to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler on the angle route ends up picking up the first down and more. Gets all the way to the 35-yard line. Great play call there. Absolutely phenomenal play call. Getting up the field to Austin Eckler. Everyone knows Austin Eckler is one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. Hasn't really utilized that skill, but Austin Eckler, great choice right there to get it to Austin Eckler. Eric Kendricks playing off of him, and that results in a first down, obviously. 1st and 10 coming up, though. 35-yard line. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Still plenty of time left in this football game. Shotgun here again for Jimmy Garoppolo. Takes the snap. Fires quickly to Dallas Goedert over the middle. And that's going to pick up all the way to the 28-yard line. So it was a 7-yard gain on that play. Actually, they mark it a 6-yard gain. Dallas Goedert has been less involved than I thought he was. I would keep thinking that Dallas Goedert's being super involved in this game. No, that's only his second catch of the ball game. For some reason, I'm remembering him as being probably remembering last game. But shotgun here for Jimmy G. 2nd and 4 coming up. He's going to go play action. Austin Eckler, he fires it underneath Dallas Goedert, picks up first down a little bit more, down to the 20-yard line, 8 yards on that play. And now they're starting to get Dallas Goedert involved. I just looked into the future, and I saw how involved Dallas Goedert was going to get on this drive, and that's why I was talking about him so much. But, yeah, actually, in the red zone here, chance to make this a two-position ball game, which is not something I thought I would say when it was 30-7 or something like that. Shotgun here, 4-man rush. He has some time. He fires it to an open Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is going to pick up the first down all the way to the 8-yard line, 12 yards on that play. And, yeah, Jimmy G's getting it going. And this is what you kind of have to do if you're Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense. Like, you have the better receivers. I would take your receivers over their corners 9 times out of 10, right? You have Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, and Adam Thielen. And Adam Thielen gets the number 1 corner, might be pretty bad, but he's going up against the nickelback, and I like that matchup. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to go handoff to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is going to fight his way, bounce off a tackle, going to get all the way down the 1-yard line. Great run there by Austin Eckler. And yeah, chance to make this a 2-possession game if they can punch this ball in here. We'll see. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. They should get this ball in here. I bet they bring Kyle Juszczyk out for this play. They do bring Kyle Juszczyk out. Only 1 tight end set, though. Under center here is Jimmy Garoppolo. Looks like it'll be goal line defense by Washington. They're going to hand off up the middle, Austin Eckler, and he's going to get absolutely flambasted. Loss of a yard on that play. And that was a weird play call. Honestly, have been underutilizing Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk is the best fullback. I don't keep showing Austin Hooper. It's really funny to me. It's just like when We were doing the SEC game the other day. It's Kerry Blasting game. Keep dabbing. It's just like this random fullback dude. Everyone knows everyone else's name, but just Austin Hooper is just like the fullback that's barely on the field, but yet still keeps like celebrating with the coach. 3 tight end set, 1 fullback on the field, and Kyle Juszczyk. Under center is Jimmy G. They're going to go handoff. Actually, play action. He's going to get sacked, but they're going to call a face mask. Oh, that one stings. That one really stings. You had a chance at a 3rd and goal with the sack, pushing him to the 10-yard line. Still pushes him back 3 yards, though, but it gives him a reset of the downs. 1st and goal from the 5 now. So that's an interesting one right there. Yeah. That's actually kind of bad for the Pack as well. Obviously, 3rd and goal from the 10 would be worse, but 1st and goal from the 5, they went all the way down to the 1. This is asking you to kind of restart here. So this is going to be interesting what they do here. Obviously, can't just go goal line formation. Shotgun here for Jimmy Garoppolo. They're going to hand off Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler is going to fight his way for a touchdown. Touchdown, Austin Eckler. And this comes to an interesting decision. What do? Right now, you're down by 13 points. If you take the extra point, you're down by 12. But if you go for 2 here, you can make it an 11-point game. And if you get a touchdown next time and get 2, that's a 3-point ball game. So what do? It maybe too early to go for 2-point conversion. Great push by the offensive line, by the way. Didn't think they were going to get that much of a push on the defensive line, but great job. And Jimmy G leads a touchdown drive to get his team back in this ball game. What do? Probably, I bet the AI kicks the extra point, but 2-point conversion would also make sense here. They are going to kick the extra point. Greg Zuerlein out on the football field right now. Kick is up, and it is straight through the uprights. This makes it a 12-point ball game. And suddenly, some life into the Pack. The Pack is alive and well, only down by 12 points now. And, I mean, they have an opportunity here to make this a close ball game entering the 4th. But if the Pac-12, all you got to do is drive down, get another touchdown, and it would break all illusions that the Pack have of actually participating in this game and actually getting this close. So yeah, right now, all you got to do if you're the Pac-12 is drive down the football field, get a touchdown. But last possession, that did not work out well. You're finally getting pressured if you're Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be returnable by CMC. He's going to bring it up to about the 24-yard line before he's tackled. So yards short of where he would have been if he had just taken a knee. But, it's worth it if you're CMC. And back onto the field comes Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, that was a big pick earlier. But then they ended up getting a huge stop. The defense forced a punt for the first time. And 2.5 minutes left. This could be a huge opportunity for the Pack to get back in this football game. If you can actually got to stop here. 12-point game with 2.5 minutes left to go. Also a huge opportunity. Big drive for the Pac-12. Empty set here is Aaron Rodgers. Looks like a 4-man rush by the Pack. It is. He has plenty of time here. Eventually going to be pressured up the middle. He fires, though, and gets it to Rob Gronkowski for a 9-yard gain. Oh, but Keenan Allen is hurt. And that could be a big deal if the Pac-12 makes it to the next round. No Keenan Allen could be a huge loss for them going up against the SEC team of that caliber. You kind of need a player like Keenan Allen. But now Brandon Cooks has got to step up into the number 1 role, and Robert Woods has to step up into the number 2 role, and expect to use more Gronk here down the stretch. Okay, under center here with trips to the bottom of the set is Aaron Rodgers, CMC behind him. Brings Cooks motion. They're going to hand off to CMC, and CMC fights his way off a tackle, but he's still going to be tackled about a yard short of that first down marker. Brings up 3rd and inches. Big tackle there made by James Bradbury. 3rd and inches coming up. You probably just run this ball up the middle with CMC. Again, I don't see another running back seeing the field here, but they bring 3 tight ends out. Under center is Aaron Rodgers. Handoff up the middle to Christian McCaffrey, and he has a lot of running room. Able to get it all the way to the 40-yard line, so 6 yards on that play. 1st and 10 coming up. 1.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter of action, guys. But yeah, Ron Rivera's team is still driving down the football field. Love to see Keenan Allen back for this football team. No Keenan Allen could be a huge loss moving forward if this injury is lingering. We'll see. Obviously, the role of a 1D3 would determine that. But if this injury does last for a possibility of more than this game, this could be hugely crucial to the Pac-12 moving forward. Under center here is Aaron Rodgers. They're going to go handoff to CMC. CMC fights his way all the way for about a 9-yard gain. Gets about a second and 2 actually coming up here. Kyle Duggar there to make the tackle. But yeah, this. I would just run my offense through CMC right now. I mean, you're missing your biggest threat in Keenan Allen right now. And yeah, Keenan Allen's still not out there. It'll be easy to spot him because he'll be a superstar X Factor. Shotgun for Aaron Rodgers. Hand off to Christian McCaffrey. He has some running room. He'll spin his way to the 47-yard line. A gain of about 4 there. Brings up a 1st and 10. The drive's still alive. And this is what you do. You just have a long drive. Results in points that choose the clock. Because right now they're by the 13. Field goal makes it 16. That's still a 2-position game, but it's harder. Shotgun for Aaron Rodgers. 2 tight end set. Takes the snap. Play action to Christian McCaffrey. 4-man rush. He has plenty of time. He fires it deep. That's going to be caught on the sideline by Robert Woods. Robert Woods gets it down to the 26-yard line. Again, Robert Woods has been so good here today. Robert Woods is a very good player, but I didn't expect him, number 3 receiver, to be this important to the game plan. But Robert Woods has absolutely been killing it today through the air. Easily one of the best, if not the best receiver play on this football field. 1st and 10 from 26-yard line. This will probably be the end of the third quarter of action. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Well, I'm going to get one more play. We'll see. Shotgun here for Aaron Rodgers. I'd probably just take this to the 4th if I was Aaron, but they're going to go blitz here. Quick pass. Got it to Brandon Cooks. Gets it all the way to the 13-yard line. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Good luck to both these teams moving forward. Hey, everybody. This is GGB saying adios, amigos.